Hi. Okay, so let's do a collective reading. I'm almost done. I swear to God, I'm riding. There's a huge Virgo push right now. Sun's still very much in Virgo. So I'm on the final push for getting my other work done, and then I'll be back to regular readings. I know I'm mostly just talking to myself anyway, but I've been keeping track all along. So I'm really excited because Aboriginal Spirit, I've got one deck. I've restored one of my, well, actually I didn't have Aboriginal Spirit before. I had the Goddess Oracle, I had the Aboriginal Healing Oracle, and I had the Dreamtime Oracle from Mel Brown. And so to reboot my collection, this time I went with the Aboriginal Spirit. So Mel Brown, amazing, amazing, amazing human. Thank you, Mel. I'm going to start with her. I've got basically just amazing stuff on the table, as always, but I've got Susan Sheppard's Phoenix cards here. I'm going to see if they want to speak as well. I feel inclined to use Tattoo Tarot today instead of anybody else. And I've got my little animal deck here of the regular playing cards, because they come up with some interesting little insights if we need. And I can go get the Lenormand if we want as well. And I thought some doors would be good as well. So this is basically around Halloween energy. But I'm finding actually some of my readings tend to show up coming into effect 2 to 3 months after the fact. So it's like they want me to plant a seed in your mind, so it becomes part of your thinking, part of your perspective, so that you reach it on time, kind of thing, in the right attitude, in the right spirit. That's what I'm finding when I go back and I check things. So I'd like to say things are immediate in time for that, but that doesn't seem to be how it's playing out. So we'll get into Aboriginal Spirit in just a moment, and I'll put the Phoenix under that. It might be too much power for one reading. That might be making them to compete against each other. But we'll get into the tarot after that. Let's start with some doors. Doors sort of bring this nice, simple energy to it. I'm going to take this one because it just flopped right on the table. I won't read it after. I found a lovely pink spider on a black spider web at the dollar store, so it was obviously meant for me. There's, of course, a huge story behind why I'm a pink spider, but I'll put that in the channel description at some point. What else? Let's get 2 more doors, because we seem to go with 3 doors. Okay. Ooh. So the contrast between dark and light, which I always like, because you need because you always need both. Okay, so day and night. Not good and evil. Not at all. You need dark and light. You do not need evil. Because look at that. You need both. Look at them synchronized right there. Beautiful. So I wonder what that's about. We do have the full moon coming up on the 20th, which is going to be a major release day, major publication day, major whatever you're doing day, get it done day. So let's put those up with Spindly Spider. And I think that's all I can fit up there without... I have this on a string because it was given to me on a string. My big guru in life, my Devora. She brought it to me from Mexico. Devora was an atheist Russian Jew who survived the Holocaust. And it was huge that she gave me this. It becomes a huge thing in my life that she gave me that stone when I was one of her students. But she was also very close friends with my mom. They were colleagues. So I say that for a reason. Otherwise, I wouldn't say it. So, let's give Mel's deck. Let's breathe into it a bit here. I'll see how many. Normally, like, she doesn't create these decks to make the cards fly. She creates them to split them and select. But I am who I am, so that gives it some breath. They're not going to give me the wrong cards anyway. Shouldn't actually need to shuffle a deck at all. but it's just to build up some, it's more for my sake than even anything, right? God knows what God's doing. So far, I don't want it to go flying into the flames. I could have fewer candles. You can't see all of them. There are a lot. But then I'm Scorpio. Scorpio rising. So it's just what it is. With Taurus Venus. Okay, well, let's split. Let's take that one and this one. We have challenges and freedom. Okay, that sounds about right. Let's layer those up. Let's layer those up. Oh, and I'm poking out at you with Journey. Well, we won't hang on to it, but I think what I'll do, well, let's see. Let's see if Susan's deck wants to say anything. Thank you, Mel's deck. Let's see here. It'll be a lot to get through. But I just love these cards. I'm very, very choosy about connecting with what my spiritual research has taken me to. I love that, you know, readers are all, you know, I love that other people don't think the way I think. I've got an Aquarius moon. So I love that other people use decks that I wouldn't use, right? How do we know everything unless we're all sticking to our own path and bringing unusual insights that are special to us? Okay. See if anything flies. Okay. Done. That's some sharp energy there. Look at this. Look at this. Blue and yellow. Blue and yellow. With black. Just like we have dark and light, night and day. I feel like things are working together here in a very interesting way. So let's get into tarot. Maybe I'll just, reset the recording so we don't get cut off. There we go, because it only records for 12 minutes and then it says enough. And then I missed half of what I was saying when it cut off. So, let's see here. Oh, flashing the Lovers in reverse. Flashing something else as well that I'm not paying attention to because I can't see it, but it's facing the camera. So whatever you see that's facing the camera is part of the message while I'm shuffling. Absolutely. Two of Wands in reverse there. But also, things I feel about cross-readers. Cross-readers, it won't... Cross-readers. Cross-watchers. Cross-watching for me doesn't work, even in my own life, because the people that I would be watching for, they do not buy into astrology. So they are not on the same path. They are not on the same awareness. They're not in the same intentions as the people that share their signs that are paying attention. So, no, I can't say that if you are cross-watching, don't. Because your people, unless they are astrologically bent, focused, But then the question would be, if they are, then why are you watching readings about each other, or why are you watching readings about them? Because your communication should be pretty much sound, yes? So no, watch for yourself. Watch for yourself, because that's the only way it works as far as I'm concerned. It's just not going to be the same. The same storyline can't apply to people who are actively participating in their astrology versus people who aren't. Yes, the stars still affect them, but let's say they have a greater capacity. Do I want to say for sure that the stars affect them? No, something's interfering. I would say there's strong interference. Absolutely. Stopping them. Okay, so what do we need to know? Do we need any tarot at all? Not this half. Okay. It's not even totally a half. Okay, we need to know that there is a judgment. So we have major arcana coming through here. Pluto energy. So your hidden, your deep powers, your deep fire that's under the water, the magma, the molten thing that's underneath, that's going to surface, that's going to come up, the creative drive, possibly something to do with other people's money. Yeah, rebirth, obviously. Wow. Okay, where is Pluto? Is Pluto going direct? Where's Pluto going retro? Let's find out. Yes, if I just check my own calendar, Pluto went direct October 6th, apparently. Went direct, and it is in, it's been 5 months in retrograde, and it was in, I know it was just past Sagittarius tail. So it could have something to do with that. But let's go to storyline. So what was I was on that little ramble about the planets affecting, right? So, the cards are very selective today. Do you see that? Okay, one is kind of popping out here. I've got a Chariot in reverse. That means it would need to be reconciled. It's in opposition to that Pluto. They need to succeed together. It's a possibility, but it didn't quite fly, so I'm gonna let it stay. Oh, something went to the floor fairly violently. Kind of like a Chariot in reverse. Sideways. Okay. A completion squaring off with this. So these two, if it's at right angles, I take it. I do a version of, I'm influenced because I'm so connected to Nigeria, to the Yoruba, through missionaries in my family who went and basically were part of a genocide through Sudan Interior Mission. But geomancy, I think, is particularly from Ethiopia, but where the way things fall has everything to do with what you read into the meanings. So there's an aspect of geomancy to the way they've developed my card reading. And then we build in the astrology to that, so that if something's squaring off, it's got a 90-degree angle here, right? They're creating friction with each other. They're pushing. They're making progress. So this completion, all of these betrayals, this for me is Aquarius energy, 11th house energy. Others would put it as Gemini. But for me, it's 11th house. It's mastermind thinking, the ultimate mastermind thinking, because it's the 10. But we're stuck between the ace and the 9. proving yourself to everyone, and then starting fresh. So that release, yes, that's coming up on the 20th. Could probably just use these 2 cards. Probably all we need. I don't know if I'll get more. Is there anything else I need to know? No, not from that half. Well, they're not equal halves, are they? Take that to mean something as well. So the area, Aquarius energy is the area, like Urania, Uranus. Urania is Uranus' granddaughter. And she is in the star card. That's who's in the star card. But I feel like either way, and I feel like actually Urania, the planet should be named Urania, not Uranus. But the areas of nonconformity and things that make you extremely happy. Going back to childhood, things that you might not have been able to enjoy, your natural interests. But once you have full awareness, you know that those are the areas that you might have been ahead of your time. So the technology might not have existed, or the access to it might not have been possible, might have been, you know, kept from you. But the things that you really, really, really want to connect with, that's that house. That's that energy. But also just being completely, knowing exactly what you know, how you know it, having kept track of all of it, knowing what you're going to do with it. So the process, you're in the process of. I don't think that there's anything more to add to that. I think we're doing a very nice, tidy Virgo reading here. Pure Virgo energy right now, because we're in constellations. Well, we were in pure Virgo energy. The sun is very much still in Virgo. I realize that we are in, Venus is in Scorpio right now, in Scorpius. I think so nothing's in Libra, even though we're pretending like we're in Libra, but we're not. Those negotiations need to wait for the sun to be in Libra. One more, yep. What was I saying? Wait for the wheel to turn. Yep. Jupiter energy here, of course. 9th house. We have 8th house, of course, with Judgment with Pluto. But we have 2 planets here. 2 planet cycles. Pluto is like roughly every 20 years. Jupiter's just under every 12 years. So again, I feel like something went back to your youth. But yes, let's just see if... Oh, this deck wants to speak. Okay, so we have it at an angle. We have 6 of Swords. Libra, thank you. We're waiting for... See how it's not in process yet, right? Yep. See, if I turn it over, it's close to being upright. Not in reverse. So we're waiting for the wheel. We're waiting for the calendar to bring you into alignment with Libra energy, the negotiating energy. Not there yet. Always like stay on top of your stuff. So it's go, 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 go time. Yes. But in terms of, this proving yourself to everyone and starting fresh with you know, that's why. Okay. So absolutely. So let's get into these cards. Okay, so I'm going to read for all the planetary positions of this card. I've got Susan's book here. She does this amazing spread where she will get you to do like 7 cards in a planetary spread. Now I just have to remember this is 22. So the number 22. So that's a master builder number, right? Okay. Let's see, in the sun position, which would be your triggers and your instincts, the Islamic crescent and star. This card choice shows a deep urge to break free from all bonds. Yeah, huh? Issues rooted in past life actions may come to the surface. So this rebirth, this breaking free. Yeah, okay. Shut up, Kristen. Just keep reading. Your personal power. Your personal power and charisma are strong, but there's a feeling of being repressed or tied down. And that's because of the wheel. You may be, she didn't, sorry. I shouldn't add words to what she's saying. Repressed or tied down. You may be on the defensive. If so, others will work against you. Now is the time to chart a more uplifting path. Break free of the old. Welcome the new. Okay? Moon position. So this would be conscience that I'm reading for now. Where did I put it? The soul radiates, I'm reading for the same card, but in a different planetary, in the moon position. The soul radiates a great deal of willpower at present. There's a need to rebuild, right, because the 22, and transform what you've already attained. Your presence conveys a sense of intricacy and also complexity. Others feel the source of your power and are drawn to you. Anything petty or trivial no longer interests you. Now is a good time to get to the core of the issue and begin to work from there. Okay, so that kind of work takes you back into feeling tied, yes? But here we have that safe passage coming, that Six of Swords coming, right? Okay, so just to recap, avoid anything petty or trivial no longer interests you. So the big stuff, now is a good time to get to the core of the issue and begin to work from there. And that can feel very much like going backwards, yes? However, it's all, now we'll go into the Mercury position, I believe, as I just skipped right past. Yes. All right. Your psychic capacities are now stimulated. What's hidden fascinates you the most. Others are compelled to reveal surprising clandestine secrets concerning associates in your immediate circle. Keep this information under lock and key. If any of it gets out, guess who will be blamed? Yep, you're now generating an aura of mystery. Others may think you're up to something even when you're not. Remember, only the most fascinating people are the source of rumors. Shy away from situations your sixth sense warns you to avoid. Psychic capacities are now stimulated. What's hidden fascinates you the most. Okay. So, you're a magnet. And I think you're under threat as well, because if you're bringing new creative life into the world, then they want you to die in that process. The enemy wants you to die in that process. They don't want you to succeed. That'll make other people stronger if you succeed. It'll make the world stronger if you succeed. Now to read for the Venus position. You feel a need to totally merge with another. Do not become possessed or consumed by close, intimate involvements. Be careful of the potential for psychological warfare or romantic obsessions in your relationships. There's a desire to be transformed through, what was I just saying, through your relationships. Other people desire to be transformed through your transformative energy right now. That's what I'm saying, for better or worse. So there's a desire to be transformed through your relationships for better or worse. Make sure you understand the intentions of those with whom you're currently involved. Right? Because otherwise your energy is going to mix and you're going to have somebody hanging on to your ankle. They're coming with you. All right, Saturn, and that was the Venus position. And now for the Saturn position, we're almost there with this. It may be hard for you to appreciate, and Saturn, Venus are your attractions. I mean, it's because, thank you for stopping me. That's the Venus position. So when these negotiations come, yes, with the Six of Swords in the Libra, once Sun hits Libra, right? Then what are you going to negotiate for yourself? Know what you need. Be clear, right? It's, for me, it's the prenuptial energy of Venus, you know. Yes, of course, all in, but not the heated, heavy, heart-led way of Mars, the fiery way. No, no, no. The, hey, no, we're going to need what we're going to need, and we're going to pay it forward for ourselves, right? The discipline of it. So that is absolutely coming in with Venus energy in Libra. Once the Sun hits Libra. And of course, Venus being in Scorpius right now with Pluto energy. So Venus is very much here, even if she's not here. So the Saturn placement is about fears, boundaries, and calculated risks. So what are you going to risk here? It may be hard for you to appreciate the good things in life because your thoughts have recently taken a negative turn. Thinking of risks, yes. You fail to enjoy the good times for worrying about the bad times that may follow. Saturn forces us to see reality, but perhaps you've become a bit cynical. Cynicism is the flip side of idealism. Right. Neither are grounded in the doing of something, right? You are sensitive and impressionable, which is why you overreact to life's miseries. Ease up. Things are really not so bleak. Not for you right now. Give it time. No. But yes, being caught in this mastermind thinking, being stuck, yes, between proving yourself to everyone and starting fresh. So it's simply because you have to finish proving yourself to everyone. And now for the Uranus position, which is making me think exactly of this. And then we have a Pluto position. Then we move on. Old forms or stale ideas are currently being destroyed. Such a transformation, yes, can create a great deal of nervousness and insecurity in your life. It may feel as if the rug were being pulled out from under you, or that things are about to explode. Never fear. An important movement for the better will take place very soon. Within a year, your activity level will be greatly increased. Okay. Career opportunities may open up, or a change of residence could occur. Okay, so within a year. I want to say, though, right now we're looking at the Sun hitting Libra, the Libra season. And it's going to be another, I want to say, another couple of weeks, another week, week and a half at least. I'm tracking it, but we're still, Sun is at Spica right now. If you open an app for like Stellarium app or Sky Safari app. And then you can keep track of the Sun that way. And know that when that Libra, but also we're also talking about the full moon in Aries, which will be an excellent time. And of course things take time to build. So there's such a thing as starting the thing now and when it actually brings you into security. Yeah. So for the Pluto position, your life has suffered many dramatic endings in the past few years. There we go. And we're talking about this energy now. So total, this card is completely echoing that at this point. It's difficult for you to maintain a positive frame of mind amidst the chaos, despair, and heartbreak. You've had to say goodbye to many important experiences, even to old friends. Believe it or not, the dawn is already here. There is another meaning to this Ten of Swords where he's not dead yet, right? Like he's dead, but he'll be back. Believe it or not, the dawn's already here. Your dreams and wishes are about to come true. Soon, very soon, marvelous new experiences await you. Okay, thank you, Susan Sheppard. That is it for her card. let's switch over. Let's finish with these cards. Let's get these doors. Let's get these doors read. Okay. Alright, so here we have this with the overhang, we have the growth over it, we have brickwork in the archway, we have bolts, bolt work. Yes, beautiful embellishments, simple, yes, but quite lovely. Not intimidating, I don't find. Elaborate, but not... Oh, we have a one eye situation here. See, if you look at these kind of like eyes, nose, yes, and one eye is covered. So there could be some hidden knowledge here. There could be something esoteric going on. That's the first time I've looked at it that way. Morning memory. Oh God, I can't get out of the shadow, can I? The way I've got my lights. Its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. Okay. We'll see what we do with that. Next. Okay, so looks like passages like one, you have to get through one levels. Yes. Progression. A moment's joy. Sand through the hourglass. So are the days of our lives. Sand through the hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. Sand through the hourglass. So time is passing, and yet it's not passing. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. So why are we focusing on timing? Because of Virgo. Let's see. Interesting. And sun. Wait a minute. So we have a moment between morning and sunset. Look at that. Take them together. Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns. So this is everything to do with the Judgment card and the wheel turning. Yes. There is... You have a chance in life. Well, however fair or unfair this death and birth cycle is, it is what it is. For me, it's nothing to do with goodness. It's nothing to do with my God didn't create it. Too much suffering comes with it. But whatever your philosophy, whatever your belief, we're here now. And what you need to do is in the time that you have. Something like that. A synthesis. Yes? So again, there's something hidden, something not known. You'll find it. Okay. All right. That's those. I don't know what's helpful. Okay. Then we'll get into, what am I talking to a blurry camera for? So now we'll get into these two cards. Challenges aren't always a negative experience. If you look for the lesson that is being taught as you struggle through the traumas of the challenge, you may find the experience rewarding. Challenges may also be seen as the universe telling you you're heading in the wrong direction. It can often be the universe's way to make you stop, take stock, and reevaluate. Challenges make us stronger. We are gifted with the skills to learn from our experiences. It's only when we are faced with the same challenge over and over again that we realize we've neglected to get the message from our experiences. Explanation of the challenges card. You think you can do it all, but you can't. You keep trying and it keeps failing. The harder you work at each challenge, the worse the situation is becoming. Most of us were brought up to believe that if you just try hard enough, it will all work out. Wrong. Sometimes we're traveling the wrong path, and we're too preoccupied to see this. The universe then steps in and creates barriers to stop us, to encourage us to reconsider our journey. It's time for you to change direction. It's not coming together because it's all wrong. It takes a lot of courage to realize you're on the wrong path, and even more courage to change direction. You have the strength that's needed to redirect your journey, so it's time to start looking at different roadmaps. Look for those easier pathways. No more rough 4WD tracks, four-wheel drive tracks. Only smooth flowing, sorry about not reading that fast enough. Only smooth flowing freeways ahead for you. Okay. And just focus on those again first. I'll hold the cards up at the end. Actually, I'll hold this up for a moment to see it in color. Okay, if that speaks to you. And now, freedom. Your sense of freedom only comes from feeling content within yourself. Freedom is about being able to make decisions in your life without the constraints that hold you back. Freedom is subjective and can vary for each person, for what is freedom to one person may not be for another. Don't forget, we can all find our freedom in some form or another. From a walk in the bush to quieting your mind in a beautifully calming meditation. Freedom is within everyone's grasp, but firstly, work out what your freedom is. You've worked so hard to get to this point where the end is in sight. The end grants you the freedom you've so desperately wanted in your life. There were times when you thought this would never end, but here you are. It's a little scary when things finally come to a close, as getting to this point has taken a great deal of sacrifice and energy on your part. However, you have been determined and committed to finalizing the situation and should recognize the strength and courage you've expended to get to here. Don't be scared of beginning anew, as the future's filled with so many great prospects. The universe is waiting for you to step into your newfound power, granting you the future you dream of. Wow. So that's kind of interesting because we have conflicting. I want to get some clarification on why they want you to finish, on the one hand, what you started here, but they want you to do it in a different way. Let's see if we can get an answer on that while there's still battery in the camera, because I'm not entirely sure what the deal is there. No, I can't. I won't make sense of that. I won't make sense of what was left behind. Okay, let's get Lenormand. So for challenges, I think we understand freedom enough, but if I get some information on the challenges, because if we are doing the right thing to finish it, is there a critical mistake? You're saying there's a mistake being made. Now Mel in her card speaks through, her ancestors speak through her often, as much as God. It's all okay. Let's got these squaring off. Okay. Let's see here. So we have the heart, compassion. We have a 6. And we have the Knight of Cups, so Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy in transformation. 6. There's a gift. It's a gift. A gift of compassion. With the moon and the 8 of Cups and a 5, a necessary change. So lots of Scorpio. Well, this is Pisces energy. Great deal of water. So we think back to that Chariot that was in reverse. So, and then we have an 8. Strength. So 6, a 5, and an 8. And we have the 9 of Swords. No, the 9 of Pentacles. God, if I could just keep my head straight. And the Coffin. But that is also, so it is in a similar position to this. It's in progress, but they are in opposition. They are in opposition to each other. They are needing to succeed together. So with your rebirth, the compassion needs to return. Yes, because of all of these betrayals. But if we have the 9 of Pentacles, we have the entrepreneur there. We have, for me, that's Capricorn 10th house energy. So that's your career energy right there. And the 8 of proving yourself to yourself, but also infinity, also strength. And also 8th house of Scorpio. Then that would make this 5th house. That would make this 6th house. But we do have a person here with the Knight of Cups. We have a coffin echoing, yes? So when you come back to life, bring your compassion with you. And remember the joy. Release, unfurl old cords of pain. Healing. So yes, when life returns. Negotiating. Negotiating what you need. It's in the same position as this. Towards each other. The moon and the 6 of Swords are moving towards each other. So again, that full moon in Aries. Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward. I don't think that there's more to it than that. Because I don't question what they tell me through. They always tell me, I get the uncomfortable truths through Mel's decks. Absolutely, they'll call my ass out every time. So meditate on that. Meditate on this compassion. Yeah, meditate under the sun. Meditate under the sun. Okay. Okay, so this is what I have. This is what I think we are there. There's nothing more to explain. If it's time, I feel like it's time sensitive in between, like the sun. Mercury and Mars are still with the sun back around in Virgo, about halfway through Virgo. So they need a little while to get to Libra and that negotiating energy Same with the sun. And of course, Venus is already ahead in Scorpio, in Scorpius. And so I would say between this, by the time, okay, then we have the full moon on the 20th in Aries. Excellent starting energy, releasing and starting energy. And we have moon here. We have moon and Libra season right here. We also have then the Pisces season, Capricorn season. That's the timeline I feel for this, but again, it could take, if it takes within the year, basically, just like Susan was saying in her card, yeah. But freedom is on its way, believe it or not. Okay, I'll be back in a week. Much love. Take good care. Oh my God, how long has it been? Right.